Hi, Sean. You win. You're number one. Elaine, silver medal. Hi, Liz. Hi, Karen. Let's see who's joining. Raji is. Look, he's doing downward dogs. How good was that, you guys? I hope everyone is having an awesome Thursday so far. It's going to get better in a second. Hi, Michelle. Did you get your rainbow carrots? I am Siley the LB. I'm sure I didn't say that right, but hi. Hi, Catherine. I'm very curious who's actually going to join for yoga and do the practice, and who's just popping on to say hi, and who's just going to sit on their couch and watch this for an hour instead of Netflix. Okay, Kathy, you can do this later. It's online for 24 hours, so join whenever you can. You guys, I'm going to wait about another minute for a few more people to log on so they can join us, and then we'll start our yoga practice. So obviously you want to have your yoga mat. All the way from India. Apu, I think you just came to see Raji. Hi, Caroline. Okay, so here's the plan for today while I'm just waiting for a few more people to come who said that they wanted to do it. We're going to do about an hour practice, although this thing cuts off at an hour, so it might be a little bit shorter than that. We're going to do the Ashtanga practice first, which is pretty dynamic and fast moving and intense. It's going to heat the body. It's going to work your muscles. Your heart rate's going to go up. Expect to sweat a little bit. So that's going to be our first half hour-ish, or 25 minutes maybe if we really move fast. And then we're going to go into a yin practice where we're going to hold every posture for 1 or 2 minutes and try to get really deep into stretching open our joints and our fascia and kind of get beyond the muscles and ligaments and tendons for a really nice deep opening. And I'll try to kind of get a bunch of different body parts there. I think it's a really awesome combination. Okay, so the first half will be more intense. Take it at your own pace. Rest if you need to. I'll try to offer some modifications, but do what you need to do. Liz is excited for the second part. Yeah, so you guys, if you only want Ashtanga, just stay for the first half. If you only want Yin, come back in like 20 minutes, but I think it's really nice together. Okay, let's get started. So what you can expect out of the Ashtanga if you have not done it before, we're going to do 5 of Sun Salutation A, 3 of Sun Salutation B. That seems like a lot of work if you've never done it before, but then after that, the body's warmed up and we go into our standing postures, okay? So if it seems really intense for you in the beginning, stick with it because that's the, I would say, like physically most demanding part of it. Okay, let's go. Come on up onto your yoga mat. You can come right up to the top. You can take your feet together, big toes touching if possible, and just find everything nice and connected. The 4 corners of your feet, all of your insides pulling in and up. Let's bring the hands to the heart. Okay, feel free to listen or join me in one Om. Take a deep breath in. Om. Arms by the sides of the body. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Press your palms together. Gaze up towards your thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, slowly dive all the way down. Release your head. Inhale, halfway up, make a nice flat back. Your hands could come to the legs if need be. Exhale, walk or jump back. You're going to take Chaturanga, or I'm going to give you an alternative here if you would like, all the way down. Inhale, you're going to come into Cobra Pose, which I'm demonstrating, or take your upward facing dog. Exhale, curl the toes under, and find your downward facing dog. We're going to stay for about 5 breaths. Try to inhale and exhale slowly and deeply through your nose. I'm not going to count your breaths today. I'm going to give you other cues instead about your postures. Your chin should be tucked towards the chest. You're gazing back in the direction of your belly button. So you might see your legs, you might see your abdomen, you might see your shirt, but try to keep your eyes nice and still. Bend your knees, look at your hands. Walk or jump all the way forward. Feet together, flat back. Exhale, fold forward, head all the way down. Inhale, come all the way up. Reach your hands overhead, press the palms. Exhale, arms down. Second one, inhale, arms up. Try to touch the palms together if possible. Fold forward, exhale, hinge at your hip joints. Inhale, halfway up, lengthen your spine. Exhale, walk or jump. Chaturanga. Another option is for the knees down like so while you're doing your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, or if the knees are lifted, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And take about 5 deep breaths here. Try to breathe through your nose if you can. Try to create some soft sound in your throat as you breathe through your nose. Bend your knees, look at your hands, walk or hop softly. Lift your heart. Fold your body into your legs. Exhale. Inhale, rise up, squeeze your legs together. Press the palms together. Exhale the arms down. Third time, inhale the arms up. Exhale yourself down. Follow your breath. Inhale, lengthen from tailbone to crown. Exhale, chaturanga, your version. Inhale, upward facing dog. You're gazing at the tip of your nose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Navel gazing. Nabi drishti. Okay, looking towards the belly button. Breathe. Now that your body's getting warmer, try to push your hips farther back away from your hands. So you're making really long sides of body. Feel your shoulders and collarbones and upper back spreading really wide and really broad. So your shoulders are actively moving away from your ears. Big bend in the knees, loading up that spring. Inhale, walk or hop. Flat back. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale. Number 4, inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, dive to the ground. Inhale, offer the heart. Exhale, chaturanga. Don't rush out of it. Wherever you are, hold it for a moment. Inhale, up, shoulders back, chest open. Exhale, downward dog. Breathe. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Focus your gaze. Listen to your breath. Bend the knees, look towards the top of your mat. Inhale, walk or float there. Exhale, fold deeply into the legs. More each time as you're getting warmed up. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale. Here's our last one of Surya Namaskar A. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. See if your heels can start sinking down into the earth more and more as the back of your legs get warmed up. Big bend, inhale, toes to fingers. Exhale, head to knees. Inhale, rise. And returning here to Samastiti here, our starting position. Now we're going to do 3 of Surya Namaskar B, second one. Inhale, bend the knees, hands up, press the palms. Fold forward. Exhale, straighten the legs. Halfway up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your hands. Inhale, come all the way up to warrior one. Push your back heel down, bend your front knee, touch the palms. Exhale, plant your palms flat, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, don't rush. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps all the way forward. Inhale, come up. Pivot the back heel down, bend the front knee, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands flat on the mat, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, open up the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog, breathe. Now, if the downward dogs are too much for you, you're getting tired, your hands are getting sore, child's pose is a good alternative, okay? And just join back in when you can. Breathing deeply through the nose with soft sound in your throat. Use that noise to draw your mind inwards, away from distractions, towards your center. Bend the knees. Inhale, walk or jump forward. Fold down, exhale. Bend your knees, sit back into Utkatasana, the chair. And exhale. Again. Bend your knees. Second one out of 3, you guys. Fold down, exhale. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Send your right foot all the way forward. Come up, Virabhadrasana A, warrior one. Use one nice smooth exhale to go all the way back down into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale your left foot all the way forward. Come up. Warrior. Exhale all the way back down. Move with your breath. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathing. Bend your knees. Inhale, bring your toes to your fingers. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, sitting low, reaching high. Exhale to fold. Inhale, heart up. Exhale, float back. Inhale, pull your chest forward and up through your arms. Exhale, take the hips back. Right foot forward, warrior one. Sink your hips low as you reach up high. Exhale, float back down to your chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot forward. Inhale, rise. Warrior one. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last one for a little while, so try to enjoy it. Breathe. Spread your fingers and toes. Spread your shoulders wide apart. Sink your heels deeper. Send your hips farther back. Bend the knees, inhale, walk or hop forward. Exhale, fold. Knees bend. Utkatasana. Samastitihi. standing tall. Okay, everyone should be warm. Open your feet hip distance, not too big. Your first 2 fingers are going to reach for the big toes. Catch them if you can. Bend the knees if you need to. Take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward, head down. Relax your neck. Try to bring the weight a little more to the toes and pull your chest a little more into the knees. Try to feel your shoulders and shoulder blades sliding away from your ears towards your hips. Think of trying to straighten the legs a little bit more. Send those sitting bones to the ceiling and your heels into the ground. Just lift your head, inhale. Pause here and exhale. Now step on your hands, the palms to the soles. Inhale again. Be careful of your balance. Exhale, fold. Relax your head and your neck. Your toes are digging right into your wrists, massaging out your hands, your wrists, and stretching those forearms. Breathing. Inhale, lift your head. Just stay here, exhale. Come all the way up. Pop your feet together. Samastitihi. I'm sorry I'm going to be giving you my back, but we're going to step the right foot out down to the other end of the mat. Turn the right toes back. You're going to reach out for Trikonasana. Right hand over right foot, straight legs. And then exhale your hand down to the shin, to the ankle, or to the big toe. Grab it if you can. Left hand straight to the ceiling and gaze up. Imagine you're against a wall. Both heels are against the wall. The hips are against the wall. And now, can you get your shoulders, arms, and head back against that wall? Look down to come up. Inhale, rise. Change your feet around. And then exhale, reach out over the left leg. Hinge from deep inside your left hip joint. Grab whatever you can. Gaze up, and again, get that feeling of if your hips and feet were on a wall, that your upper body would be also back against that wall. Gazing towards the top thumb. Looking at the correct gazing point, the correct drishti, is going to align your head and neck correctly in the posture. As well, it's going to teach you the art of concentration, right? Which we know leads eventually to meditation, right? You can't meditate if you can't concentrate. So start with a gazing place as a gateway towards that. Come up on an inhale. Parallel feet. Exhale, you're going to turn your hips to the back, square them to the short end of your mat, and we're going to rotate. You're going to take your left hand outside the foot, or of course on the foot, or on the ankle, or up on your shin, wherever you can reach. Rotate your spine. Reach your right hand towards the ceiling and look up. This is a challenging posture, so don't worry if you're wiggling. Just try to breathe wherever your body gets to. Stay there. Calm the breath. Quiet the mind. And concentrate with your eyes. Use an inhale to come up. Turn back to the side of your mat. Parallel feet. Exhale, face the front of the mat. Square the hips, and now the right hand is reaching outside the baby toe, ultimately, or foot, ankle, shin, knee, yoga block maybe you have, wherever. Look up. Don't push yourself too far or too hard. You want to find where your comfortable edge is and be there. Make sure the breath is easy. If you're straining or panting or holding your breath, you've pushed your body too far for today. Gaze down. Inhale, come up to the side. Make your feet parallel. Home. Exhale, feet together, top of the mat. Samastitihi. Gigantic step this time. Go wider. Inhale. Wide, 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 wide. Right toes to the back. Exhale, bend your right knee. You have choices. You can go elbow to the knee. I like this choice, to be honest, these days. Left arm long, or The right hand goes outside the right foot if you can sink your hips down that low. If you can't, don't worry. Gaze at your left hand and breathe. Think one super long extended line from your left foot to your left hand. Keep rooting into the outer edge of that back foot. Rise up on the inhale, parallel feet. Exhale, turn those left toes to the front of your mat. Bend your knee deeply. Choose the elbow to the knee version. Might be best for you. Or that hand to the ground outside the foot for Ashtanga. Long right side, gazing at the right hand. Think of drawing your chin a little bit in towards your right armpit. Come up, inhale to the side, feet are parallel. Okay, here's like the hardest one I feel like in the standing postures. Twist to the back, bend your front knee. You're going to try to bring your left arm outside that right knee. If that's not possible, you're just gonna stay there. Maybe you're gonna come towards this prayer position. Okay, otherwise, if you can get that whole left arm outside your right leg, hand can find the floor. Oops, I can see I'm a little off screen here, sorry. And the right arm is long. So we're trying to get one long straight line all the way from the left foot to the right hand. It's very squished, it's very twisted. I challenge you to breathe here deeply. Come up to the side, inhale. The other side, exhale, face the front of your mat. Bend your left knee. Try to get as much of that right arm across, maybe just the elbow when you stay in prayer, or maybe that arm gets all the way over and you stretch out that top arm. Find your breath here. Make sure your shirt is staying on. And up, inhale, turn to the side. And then exhale, feet together, Samastitihi, standing on 2 feet. Take a big step out with that right foot, hands on your hips, parallel feet, Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale, fold, hands on the ground. Inhale, flat back, and again, tip a little more weight into your toes. Exhale all the way down. Drop your head towards the earth. My hands are flat on the mat. Do that if you can get all the way down there. If that's easy, bend your elbows so your arms end up in a chaturanga position. You make like a tripod between your head and 2 hands. Halfway up, inhale, flat back. Exhale, pause, tighten up the tummy to support the back. Hands on the hips. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale here. Inhale, spread the arms. Just put the hands back on the hips. Exhale. This time they stay here. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Keep your hands on your hips. Let your spine reach long down to the mat. Maybe the head connects with the mat, maybe it doesn't. Breathing through the nose with sound. Rise up, inhale. Exhale at the top. Third version. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, hands behind your back. Lace your fingers if you can, or grab something between your hands. Deep breath in. Breathe out, fold over. Head towards the earth. Hands towards the floor. Only press them as far as you can go. Come back up, inhale, exhale at the top. One more version, you guys, D. Inhale, hands on the hips. Exhale, fold your first 2 fingers, your peace fingers, try to grab the big toes. Inhale, lengthen, look forward, weight forward. Exhale, bend your elbows out to the side and try to pull the crown of the head towards the earth. Also think of trying to pull your torso between your legs. Halfway up, inhale. Hold for your exhale. Hands to the hips. Inhale, rise. Samastitihi. Toes together, top of the mat. Reverse prayer with the hands. Try to press the palms together. If you cannot, then the hands can grab onto just opposite elbows or forearms. Step your right foot back, a small step. 2 feet, let's say. Swivel around to the back of your mat. Square your hips. Your back toes are turned out a little bit. Take an inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Flat back, straight legs, the chin towards the shin. Inhale brings you up and turns the feet. Square your hips. Exhale, right down to the other side. Come up, inhale, open to the side. Samastitihi. Put your left hand on your hip. Take your right big toe, time to balance. If you cannot get that big toe, your option here is to grab your knee. And if you feel tippy, grab the wall or something nearby. Okay, stay tall or go ahead and take your chin towards your shin. Come back up from wherever you are. Keep holding whatever you're holding. Open the leg to the side. Okay, so if you're holding the knee, just hold the knee open to the side. Try to look over your left shoulder. Find a new gazing point. Okay, look at one still thing. Not the floor, it's straight over to the side. Bring it back to the center. Inhale, hold toe or knee. Fold forward, exhale, nose to knee or chin to shin. Inhale the head up and then exhale, let go. Hold the leg out. I'm going to count real fast. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was me being nice. Go ahead, right hand on the right hip. Left hand is either going to reach out for that big toe or the knee or whatever you can make happen today in the balance, okay? Focus your gaze. Maybe the head is folded forward to the leg. Steady breath is going to help you balance. Inhale, come up. If you were down, exhale, take that leg to the left and gaze over the right shoulder. Bring the leg back to center. Inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Inhale your head up. Exhale, let go. I'm dancing. 5. Keep it up. 4. Straighten your leg. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Okay, take your right leg up into half lotus. So this is a lot for the knee if your hips are tight. Okay, if you can do the full half lotus here, take your foot up onto your left thigh. Go ahead and wrap that right hand around to the foot and fold to the ground. If this is not familiar to you, it's not an option for your body today. You're going to cross the ankle over the knee. And then you can just sit into that chair. So you're going to start to get that hip stretching open. This is a great alternative to Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. Or whatever it's called. My Sanskrit's a little rusty. Breathe wherever you are. Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana is the correct name. Okay, from wherever you are, you can just lift the head, inhale. Pause for the exhale. Inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, feet back together. Try the other side. Do the same option you did on the first side. Try to keep it even. Crossing the ankle over the knee and sitting down into a little imaginary chair, or binding, left hand, left foot, in which case right hand goes to the ground. Breathe. Halfway up, inhale, lift the head. Exhale here. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, feet together. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Only a few more postures to go, you guys, and then we're going to our yin. Fold all the way down slowly, exhale. Inhale, halfway up, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Jump back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Utkatasana. Walk or jump right into chair. Your knees are bent. Your feet are together. Your palms press, and we're gazing up. Try to straighten the elbows, squeeze your head. Sit a little deeper. Hands to the ground, keep your knees bent. Inhale, hop back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot forward, warrior one. Pivot down the back heel, rise up. Your hips are squared to the front of the mat. The palms are pressing, you're gazing up. Breathe. Now keep your hands up there. Straighten your right leg. Swivel your feet so you're going all the way around to the back of your mat. Squaring your hips. Bend your left knee. That back heel stays down. Reach up. Look up. Stay on the left side, Virabhadrasana B. Open your arms, your hips. Bend that left knee. Try to get the knee over the ankle. Gaze at the left hand. Make sure your left knee isn't falling inwards. Keep it pushed right out so it's pointing over your middle left toe. The gaze is at the left hand. And up, inhale, turn your feet. Exhale, bend that right knee, going for 90. Make sure you're gazing over at your right hand. And that right kneecap points right over your right middle toe. Unless your toes are pointing in all crazy directions, which is possible. So point it straight ahead over the center of the foot. Windmill the hands to the earth. Last, chaturanga. Who's sad? Who wants more chaturangas? Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You guys, you get to sit down. Jump it through. Find your bottom. Okay, so now we're going to totally change speeds. Everything is going to be slow, calm, relaxed. We're going to let the body cool. You might even need to grab a sweater if your body cools off a lot. Depends on how warm your house is. So we're going to start with a caterpillar pose. It's called in yin. So you have lots of choices. It's going to be just a straight leg forward fold. Okay, if you're flexible, you're just going to fold your body over your legs. Let your arms fall to the ground. We are not grabbing our feet like we would in the Ashtanga posture that would happen here. And you're just going to let your head fall. Okay? Stay there. If you can't let your body go over your legs because your hamstrings are too tight, then my suggestion is bending the knees and taking the arms under the knees, okay, which will relieve your back a little bit and let your spine go forward over the legs. Wherever you are, you're going to stay and really settle in here now. Your head is either hanging in the air, okay, or if you're more flexible in the spine, neck, hammies, your head might even rest down on your legs. Now that the dynamic part of our practice is over, I want you to try to really slow the breath down even more. Super slow, super deep. Using that deep breath to cue to your muscles and to your nervous system that they can calm down, okay, that you are in a relaxed state. There needs to be no tension in the body or in the mind. Okay, and in that state, the body can open up and move deeper into these postures, creating more length and openness where we need it the most. Okay, stay here and continue to breathe. in whatever version of the caterpillar posture you are in, I would like you to take 3 more deep, relaxing breaths, please. Because we have been in this posture for some time, I would like you to come out very slowly, don't jump up, and carefully. Okay, and we'll do the same for all of our yin postures. We're going to transition in and out of them super mindfully and conscientiously. Okay, the next is we're going to go to, sometimes it's called dragon posture. It's like a lunge. So let's come into hands and knees. Okay, or if you prefer, you're welcome to come in from a downward dog. We're going to send the right foot forward right up to the fingers, okay? Or even more. I'm going to walk mine forward, forward, forward. I'm also going to wiggle my back knee back, back, back. So I'm really kind of open through my hips and thighs. It can be on your fingertips or your palms. Okay, what I like to do in this that makes it more comfortable for most people is take the right foot a little wider, walk it out to the edge of the mat, and then bring that right arm on the inside. So now you can probably get your hands down a little better. If not, you might need to prop your hands up on something. My hips are heavy, my back leg is heavy, there's very little work happening. You don't want your muscles to be engaged because we want to get beyond the muscles, right, into our tendons, ligaments, joints, a big hip opener. If this is easy peasy for you, you're not feeling a lot and you need more, then your option is to come down onto your elbows, forearms, only if it feels good. It's actually too much for my hips today, so I'm going to stay on my hands. Get your bones as heavy as possible. The only work I'm feeling here is a little bit in my arms, shoulders, hands to support me. Okay, but the whole lower body is just releasing. Find that breath. Head wherever need be. It can stay in line or you can just drop it. Is okay. Every time you exhale, can you just feel your muscles getting a little bit more supple, a little bit longer, a little bit looser? This one is really hard for me. My body starts to protest and really wants to get out of it. Like, let's change position. What's next? And in those moments, we really have to kind of find our resolve in our mind, our equilibrium, so we're not reacting, we're not tensing, we're not running, we're not fleeing, we're staying, we're observing those tendencies, whatever they are, those thoughts, those feelings, and we're not reacting to them. Okay, which is actually a really amazing, handy life skill. You can use that in everyday life. When things happen that make you uncomfortable, that you want to go away from, you learn to observe them. You learn to stay and stay calm, okay, and accept whatever is unfolding. It sounds awfully handy for these times we're going through right now, doesn't it? Let's take 3 more deep breaths. Come out slowly. Don't jump, don't run, don't flee. Take your time. You might feel like you're made of stone for a second because we've gotten so deep into that. You can take a down dog, you can take a child's pose, you can stay on all fours, you can wiggle, you can do whatever you need to do. When you're ready, we go into the other side. So again, it can be from hands and knees or it can be from a downward dog. You're gonna send that left leg forward, you're gonna walk it forward. You're going to wiggle that back knee back. So really nice long open hips. Almost like think of trying to get a straight line from your front knee to your back knee. Okay, it might or might not happen. If you want to, open your left foot wider toward the edge of the mat so your left hand and arm can come inside and shoulder. Okay, you're on your hands or you're propped up on something or you're on your elbows and forearms. Maybe one side's different. It really is for me. This side lets me go down a lot deeper and is a lot more comfortable, which is an interesting observation to make about your body if you have one side different from the other. Don't think too much about it, just observe it. Wherever you are, you find that really nice, easy, deep breath that helps you sink down deeper into the posture and relax. As we stay with these postures and breathe, just continue observing whatever comes up. Watch with your consciousness what is unfolding in your mind and body and heart. Try your very best to be still. Right, so one of the tenets of yin yoga is stillness. We're not moving, we're not fidgeting, we're not adjusting, we're not looking around. Okay, of course, if you're in pain or you need to move, you will move. Okay, but you're trying to be as still as possible. 3 more gigantic breaths. Come out super slow. Bring yourself through to sitting at your own pace. I'm crawling like a baby. Okay, sitting. Let's keep going with the hips. Let's take the soles of the feet together. Press the palms of your feet, I like to call them. You can bring your hips a little closer to your heels probably, and also make room behind you on your mat. And we're gonna lay down in the back, okay? Rest your head. Rest your shoulders. Put your hands wherever you want, out to the side or on the tummy or under the head or nice and long up above. Okay, and then again, find that stillness. Another tenet of yin yoga is time. So in order to get more than just a muscle stretch, we need to be still. We also need to stay in the postures for longer. 1 minute, 2 minutes. We're not going so long today, but some yin classes you'll go to, you might be holding a posture for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Oh my gosh, imagine how much your mind would protest after 10 minutes, how strong your mind will become from teaching yourself to stay in that discomfort. Okay, so we stay for some time, right? All of the fascia, the tendons, the ligaments, the joints, those are harder and less pliable than your muscles. We can't stretch them as easily and quickly and with heat like we do in our dynamic Ashtanga practice. So we need to stay still to get the muscles out of the picture. And we need to stay for a long time. Take a few more breaths. Come out super slowly, you guys. Start to lift the knees back up. Take a little counter stretch just for a few breaths. Rest your knees together, rest your thighs together. Walk your feet open to the edges of your mat and just let the thighs and the knees rest on each other. Okay, so from an external rotation now, you just bring your knees to that internal rotation, the hips and the thighs. Okay, breathe a few times. And then hug your knees, rock out on the back. We're gonna take a twist now, so we're gonna get a little more into the spine. You might be feeling also shoulders, chest, hips, depending on where you're tight. The legs bent, I'd say about 90 degrees like a table, the arms out to the side. Drop both of your knees all the way over to the right. Try to get them on the floor. Even if your left shoulder lifts up, that's fine. Okay, let your arms settle. You might adjust your arms down closer to the body or up over the head more. If your head can turn left, let it. Otherwise, looking straight up is fine. And there's lots of variations. If you want to cross the top leg over the bottom leg to take it deeper, or if you want to straighten one leg or straighten both legs, okay, whatever twist feels like it's pulling your back into a nice rotation. And you want to make sure, again, you can relax here. So you're not holding yourself up. You're not supporting yourself. You're just letting your bones be heavy and letting your muscles be very soft. Okay, the eyes could close or half open, whatever feels more relaxing to you. The breath is deep. The body is at ease. Feel your bones getting heavier and heavier, and your muscles getting softer and softer. Slow exhales and feel a really nice full release in your tummy. Relax your abdomen. Let's take 3 more big deep breaths here in your twist. Come back very slowly, gently, carefully to the center. You might want to stay centered for a second, just to let everything reset. Okay, whenever you're ready, you're going to send both legs over to the left side. The arms open nice and wide. Okay, whatever variation you like, bent legs or crossed legs or straight legs. Okay, see what feels right. The head can roll to the right, or you can just keep pointing your nose up to the ceiling. Release any muscles that are working. Soften your hands and shoulders, your back and your belly, your legs and your toes. Relax your face muscles. And again, try to deepen the breath. Can you make every inhale 1 second longer? And make your exhale just a little slower and more full. Imagine here as you're relaxing and releasing your body, that you're really just melting into the floor so much that you almost can't tell where your body ends and where the floor begins. Can you let go that much? Three more very deep breaths here. Take your time coming back to center. We are going to sit up for one more posture seated. Take your time, roll up or roll to the side to come up. So it's going to be like a Janu Shirshasana, which is an Ashtanga posture, except we're going to really release into it. So we're going to bend the right knee out to the side. Okay, bend your right leg, the foot is against the left thigh. And just like we did in our caterpillar, we're just going to fold forward over that left leg. Your hands can be on the ground. Okay, if the hammy is really tight, you might want to bend the knee and take your arms under the knee. Your head can be just hanging in the air or resting on your leg. Or if you have props, I never mentioned this, you can always put your head on a pillow, so it's almost a little more restorative. Okay, wherever you get to, you're going to really release into that shape. Make sure, again, there's no work in the arms, the shoulders, the back, the neck. Get as soft as you can, get as heavy as you can. Be content with wherever your body gets to in this posture. Try to relax into it more. And stay conscious of your breathing. use that now as a focal point, something to concentrate on. Making your inhales and your exhales the same length, the same intensity, the same sound, creating balance between them. Let's just take 3 more breaths. So we're actually not holding these yin postures that long today, really 1 or 2 minutes. If we had a whole class of yin for an hour or 90 minutes, often a yin class is 90 minutes, then we can like really take our time with the postures. We're a little bit short with them today, but I think you're still gonna have a nice benefit in your body and your mind. Come out really slowly, and we're gonna change. We're gonna straighten out the right, bend the left, of course, do the other side, and let's fold. You might get farther this side, you might not get as far. Take your arms wherever they seem to want to go and relax. Maybe they have to go under the knee if you need that knee bent. Okay, if you're feeling very tight in your muscles today. Let your head go so it's hanging or resting. Settle into the posture. Take yourself to your edge, whatever that is. You want to find a place where you feel something happening. It's not super comfortable. It's not easy. You're feeling some length and some openness. Maybe a little bit of discomfort, but discomfort that you can stay with and breathe into and relax into. Okay, so that's actually the last of the 3 main tenets of yin, right? We said we needed to be still. We need to stay for a long time. And then the last one, or maybe it should be the first one, I'm not sure, is that you need to come to your edge. Okay? You can't make it so easy, nothing's happening, no change is occurring. You also don't want to push so hard that you're damaging yourself. Also, you will not be able to relax if you push too far into the stretch. Your muscles will tense and your breath won't be slow and easy. Okay, so those are your 3 tenets of yin yoga. Stay with the breath. Three more deep breaths to finish off this posture. Come up super slow. And I can't think there was like 2 main creators of yin yoga. I think one of them was named Polly Zink, and I want to say someone else's last name was like Grilly. I feel like maybe Caroline will know, or Liz will know. You guys are doing it. Tell me at the end. Don't come to the screen now. We have one more posture to go. We only have time for one more. Let's lie down on our back. This is kind of back focused on the hips again, but it also helps tight back. So it's our pigeon, but we're gonna do the sleeping pigeon. I find it a lot more gentle on knees. I really don't like to do the pigeon where you're on your front, you guys, because I think it's a lot for knees and hips. So ankle across the knee. If you can reach your hands up for the bottom leg. If you can't reach, you can keep that foot on the floor or prop your foot up on something, or wrap a towel or a strap or a shirt around that thigh and hold it if the leg is too far away from your hands. Try to make sure that your head is resting, your shoulders are resting, and maybe there's a tiny bit of work here just in like my fingers and hands to hold the leg, but I'm trying to relax that as much as possible. Okay, let's find the breath here. Stay with it. Soften more. take a few more breaths. I just looked at the screen and Caroline broke her practice to tell me, yes, it was Paul, really. Bad girl. Get back into your posture. Guys, let's take 3 more deep breaths on this first side. When you're ready, come on out. If you need to shake out, stretch out, do anything before we do the other side, do that. And then go on into your final side here. Ankle over the knee. Hands can grab that bottom leg or whatever variation works for you. Relax shoulders, neck, head, and breathe. Take your last 3 deep breaths on this side. And remember how beneficial this deep breathing is, you guys. It's calming our nervous system. It's cueing the body to become less stressed, to get into a state where it can rest and digest and become less inflamed, helping our immune system to really stay strong and heal the body. Come on out of that posture. Give your knees a little hug. If you want to stretch out your limbs for a couple breaths, legs long, just to release those hips, arms off to the side. You can close your eyes. And just bring your body into a deeply relaxing state. Notice how your body feels after that practice. Right, we had a good half hour of a really strong dynamic practice that built a lot of strength, right, especially in the upper body, the arms, the shoulders, the core. And then we settled, into that nice yin practice. So your body should feel really open, really supple, relaxed, maybe a little bit tired out. All good things. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You're welcome to stay laying on your back for as long as you want, even after I end this story. Remember that this yoga practice is going to stay online for 24 hours. So if you didn't get to do the whole practice, you were just checking in, you can do it anytime up until tomorrow. Thank you. I see little hearts coming up. It was my pleasure to lead you guys through this practice. I'm glad it felt so good, Liz. Thank you. Have a great rest of your Thursday, I think it is. I'm not going to do Pilates this Sunday because it's Easter. I'm going to celebrate with my doggy, but maybe another day for Pilates. So I'm going to put a post. You guys can get back to me if you'd like me to do Pilates on a different day, maybe Monday. Thank you, Caroline. Love all the hearts, you guys. Nice to meet you also. You guys that joined who I didn't know from before, I'm really happy that you could join me. Thanks, Elaine. Okay, bye guys. Love you. Be well, stay safe, wash your hands.